Hey there, Ruth George with Ruth P. George Law, PLLC, Trust and Estate Attorney. I'm starting a series of small little videos on estate planning and probate matters. These videos are for educational purposes only. They do not establish an attorney-client relationship. So on my first video, I mentioned that we are all on an estate planning spectrum, and you can go from good to better to best with your estate planning matters. But to get to good, you must have a will in place. And even if you think I don't have any assets that will pass through probate at this time, you never know what you may have upon your passing or what could come in after your passing. So you want a will in place that will govern what you want. And by the way, you really want to make sure you have the right person in place for the job. So let's take, for example, Anne Heche, the example that we see in the news now of the celebrity who passed without a will. And her estate is going through all sorts of turmoil, even just in regard to who should be acting on behalf of the estate. So what I would have hoped is that Anne would have gone to an attorney, expressed her goals. And by the way, those goals could be very simple. I want to protect my two children, but I don't think either one of my children can be the one in charge of my estate. I need this person to be in charge of the estate to make all of the correct and good decisions on behalf of my children. And that attorney would in turn say, no problem, we can do that. We just have to go through a couple more questions as far as what that looks like, and I'll go ahead and draft the appropriate provisions. So for example, there could be a trust in place, and the trustee could have full and absolute discretion to benefit Anne's children, and there could be some look into the future as far as what it may mean, if there will be certain distributions at certain ages, but all of that could have been worked out. And then there would be, of course, executor nominations, trustee nominations, and a guardian nomination for her one minor child. So it's just so important that you take action. And I believe it's most important to share your goals with an attorney, and that attorney is going to do what is best under the circumstances and get your basic will in place. And as I did say in that first video, we are on an estate planning spectrum. And even though we may have something basic in place, we can gear towards something else that will be potentially very beneficial. And I'm trying to think of what I might have said to Anne, for example, had we at least gotten the basic in place, then what? What could we have done? And I think I'm going to try and share that in my next video. So bottom line, take action, don't wait, and reach out to an attorney who can help you. Ruth P. George with Ruth P. George Law, PLLC, Trust and Estate Attorney, helping you with your estate planning and probate matters. See you on the next video.